Yep, it's working.
Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, so thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
And speaking about the little notifications, so I went into my YouTube app yesterday to look at my notifications, and I had some notifications turned on. I didn't have people reply to my comments turned on.
Oh, I probably don't have that either.
Yeah, well,
I never get notified.
I do need to change it so I don't get an email every time someone replies to a comment.
Yeah.
That's annoying. But yeah, I had that turned off. And so when people, like Indigo Neely and her daughter did a video where they were talking about all the fun keto chow they were going to be mixing up and cooking with. And I replied to someone's comment, and I didn't. And I went back and saw that they had replied, but I didn't get a notification. So actually check your notification settings in YouTube is my point, because they may be completely turned off.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
So Kathy's here, Storm Chasing Gal is here from Jenks.
Hello.
Lori Henson is
Candace.
here. So it's Candace and
Hi,
Susan
Lori.
B. and Kim. Shauna
Susan,
is morning,
Kim.
Chris and Miriam.
Hi.
Lynette is here.
Lynette.
So is Betsy and Kim. Let's see, did I already say hi to Carrie? Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Lynn says, I made it. Hi, you two and everyone. We're just glad to be back in the office.
Yeah.
Whew.
And breathing.
Yeah, it's been a interesting week and a half.
Yeah. We were on.
Since you were here.
Yes. In fact, I still don't have my voice back yet, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try. Anyway.
Okay. Joanne says, good morning, Keto Chow. Happy family, happy Monday. Josh is here.
Hi, Josh.
So is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Miriam is looking very stunning today.
Thank you.
Let's see, Lori says, good morning, and so does Jessie G. Now, Miriam and I are going to be doing our Tuesday live stream tonight.
Right, because we're going to be on the airplane tomorrow.
With our wings flapping like that.
No.
But yeah, so we're right after work, we're going to be flying to Los Angeles. There's a food trade show going on called Natural Products Expo West.
Yep.
And we're going to be attending that. We were actually supposed to attend that show
In 2020.
March of 2020. That didn't happen.
Yeah,
they
weird.
canceled the show. This is the first time they've had it back. And so we're going to be going, and we're just walking around, and
Yeah, it's going to be super easy
we're
for us.
scoping out competitors and stuff.
Scoop.
But yeah, so we're going to be heading out for that. Kim says, it looks like you're feeling better.
Yeah, much better.
I'm still a little tired,
Yeah.
but why am I climbing stairs again? Oh my gosh.
I don't know. And I definitely miss working out. I haven't worked out in a whole week.
Although my rotator cuff is feeling a lot better.
Now that you finally have an appointment for it.
And I've been, that's today. Anyway, Upstate Keto Girl says good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Mimi says good morning.
Mimi,
Glad you're both feeling better. Laureena's here saying
that's such
hi
a pretty
from
name.
Newburyport, Massachusetts. Wow.
How are you?
Betsy says, I'm so glad to be here. I've progressed to my 3rd month of my opioid decrease.
Oh, nice. That's great.
And S Cash is looking for people to pray for best friend's son and a brain aneurysm.
Definitely will pray.
In the ICU with a grim prognosis.
Let me write that down.
S Cash's friend's son.
Oh, that's upside down.
Hey, upside down. Ready Set Keto is here. He's still hit the thumbs up. I'm assuming that's James. I hit the thumbs up, and you can too.
Thank you.
Gina says, how y'all doing this magnificent Monday? We got like 5 inches of snow last night.
It's pretty outside. Although it's hard to park in the parking lot.
That's true. Shauna wants to know what time. It's the same time. For you, it's going to be 6:15 Pacific, which is 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard. Still Eastern Standard Time. Next week, it's going to be Eastern Daylight Time.
Yeah.
Because even though, was it the Senate went through? Yeah, the Senate unanimously passed the Sunshine Protection Act. The U.S. House of Representatives has not cared to even entertain getting rid of daylight saving.
Maybe it doesn't affect them.
No, it does. And don't worry, after next week, everyone's going to be going, wait, didn't we pass this? They're going to go, sorry about that.
Forgot about that.
Jesse says, I've been making my scrambled eggs with daily minerals. Does heating them destroy the minerals?
Oh, good question. Minerals are not the same as vitamins.
That's correct.
And so minerals can last forever and all these crazy temperatures and stuff. Vitamins will break down.
We recommend keeping it below 7,000 degrees, though.
It will not break down. How's that?
When I make a crazy statement like that, that usually resonates with people better.
Chris thinks that if he says crazy things, it'll make more sense.
Anyway, Bonnie says, you'll be so close but so far away. Maybe one of these days you'll make it to San Diego. Love to meet you.
I love San Diego.
We did a meetup. So when we did that last trip in March, we still went. We just went to Disneyland instead of going to the show. But we did do a
Meet me in
meetup.
Disneyland, Bonnie. Let's go.
And we were talking about going to San Diego with your family.
We were talking about it last night.
But that's not going to happen.
Taking
we're
a family
going to
vacay
St.
to
George sometime
San Diego. Summertime?
Yes, sometime in summertime, sometime in June.
In the summertime.
Cindy says, hi and
Hi, Cindy.
Chris and Miriam, glad you're both feeling better.
Thank you.
Goomba Lord is here, so is J-Dog, having a chocolate mint for breakfast. Carrie Brown says, my people.
Carrie, hi.
And Risa's here from sunny and cold New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. It's cold today.
Let's see.
Not in here, though. It's hot in here.
That's right. It actually is hot. I took off my my coat.
I wore a big old sweater so that I could be sweaty.
Pat's here, and so is Kimmy.
Hi,
Let's see. Shauna says, I just want the time to stop, the same as my stove. There you go. Emmy is here, so is Shannon. Says, in theory, would heavy cream powder be easier on my body than liquid heavy cream? Probably not. No,
Yeah.
so let me, this is working, by the way. I checked it.
Okay.
Keto Chow powdered cream.
That's a good question. Thank you
It
for
is a good
bringing that
question.
up, by the way.
So here is the powdered fats with Keto Chow and rounding on nutrition labels. Is it going to work? It's going to.
Wait for it.
Yeah. So the issue with powdered fats is, well, number one, they're not powdered heavy cream. They're actually powdered sweet cream.
Yes.
And we get asked a lot, is there a powdered cream? Now, there are some instances, some applications where a powdered fat works extremely well. Like it's perfect for hiking, or other uses where transporting liquid isn't an option. And you don't want to have to melt butter.
It's great for emergency preparedness.
But there's a couple of things, there's three things, and a fourth thing. The volume's going to be bigger, if that's a concern for you.
Yep.
The mass or the weight is going to be higher for the same number of calories.
Okay.
The cost is higher, and the number of carbohydrates, the quantity, is going to be higher.
Right.
And the issue with that is sweet cream powder, like the Anthony's heavy cream powder. It says heavy cream, right? It's not sweet cream solids. It is sweet cream. It's not heavy cream powder.
And what's the difference, since you keep saying that? Sweet cream, heavy cream?
It's the
Just
amount of
'cause it
fat.
has more sugar in it?
Amount of fat versus sugar.
Okay, so there's more fat in heavy cream
Yeah.
and less fat in the sweet cream.
So, for instance, liquid heavy cream. Now, this is old information, but
It's still relevant.
yeah. So this is, for instance, calories for 100 grams. Hey, there's a lot more calories in that because it doesn't have the water. But where we're going to look at it is the carbs per 1,500 calories
Right.
and the money per 1,500 calories. Because we're going to normalize it based on calories. So, yes, sweet cream powder, 25 grams of, well, almost 26 grams of sugar.
And 1,500 calories.
Yeah, which
Right.
not everybody needs 1,500
And
calories.
there's no way you'd be using that much at a time, but because we made it a big amount, then you can see it, because we've talked about the rounding errors and stuff.
Yeah, and that's here, right here. Yep.
Yes, and so a lot of times you see the 0, but it's really 0.5 or 0.4, and so if we take the 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 0.4, it means something.
Yep. Well, this even came up on the Keto Chow Facebook support group. Someone's like, why does Keto Chow say that heavy cream has carbs when my package says it doesn't?
Yeah, and that's why.
Joe, he's like, all heavy cream has carbs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because it's 0.4.
Yeah, they're able to round it down.
And you're actually required by the law,
Yep.
by the nutrition label people, to round up or down.
Now, to go back to Shannon's actual question.
Right.
Would heavy cream powder be easier on body? Butter would probably be the easiest on your body. I've found that if people are having problems with digestion and heavy cream, butter or adding some gelatin works out extremely well. Or you can do butter with gelatin.
Yeah, you could do butter with gelatin. So we found that if you do a teaspoon of gelatin, it makes it a thicker, Keto Chow thicker. If you do 2 teaspoons, it makes it like a pudding consistency. If you do 3 teaspoons, it's like Jell-O, so it just comes out of your thing. So, but it's good. We like it, and it has been really helpful for people that have sensitive tummies.
Yeah.
So try the gelatin.
Synergy is here in Central Florida listening at work. RJE is here.
Hello.
Eddie says, well, in San Diego, come to Northern California too.
Yeah, I know.
And Jesse says, well, darn, I love my eggs above 7,000 degrees. See, there you go.
Right.
Brenda's here.
Hi,
Cynthia's here from Florida. Mike says, good morning from Magna.
Magna,
I am
we
starting
were in
to dislike the snow.
yesterday.
We were in Magna yesterday. Yeah, I just want it to snow in the mountains around here. Jet is here.
Excuse me.
And Holly says, good morning. Betsy says, should we do anything to prepare our bodies for the time change? Go to sleep an hour early for the next week.
Yes, for reals, because you'll feel so much better.
And wake up an hour early. But then you can hit snooze for a little while.
Yeah.
And get yourself ready for it. I still remember there's a silly video on the internet talking about the internet, and they're using characters from a computer game. It's red versus blue. They're talking about the internet versus real life, and at the very end they're like, you know, you should prepare yourself for dealing with the internet. I'm like, how would you suggest I do that? It's like, I don't know, go to a middle school chess club, hand out crystal meth and guns. That's pretty much what the internet's like. Anyway, Carrie says, I was watching the 2KK video where they were with Chris and Miriam, and they were snow tubing.
Oh, I
didn't get a chance to watch
too.
that because you came home and we left.
I know.
Last night. I was in the middle of watching it.
We had to hang out with each other and our family.
Bonnie says, how much sweetener, like allulose, do people add to your unsweetened core? I did 3 tablespoons, and it still tasted weird. So for starters, we have on our core page, you scroll down, scroll.
And we can't pretend that there's not beef powder in it. It does have beef powder, and some people will be sensitive to that flavor. So it does taste different than the regular Keto Chow. So you may not be able to cover up the beef flavor.
Yeah. So Carrie Brown went through, speaking of Carrie Brown.
Yeah, she did awesome.
And got some approximations of where you might want to start. Her recommendation for allulose was 6.5 teaspoons.
Yep, and that's comparable to the sweetness of the regular Keto Chow.
Yeah, which is 0.08 grams of pure sucralose. That is such a tiny amount. Which is also comparable to 4.5 teaspoons of actual real sugar.
Isn't that interesting how different it is?
Yeah.
I do notice though, if you would like, you could add more cocoa powder. You could add any kind of flavoring also, and you could add like peanut butter or almond butter or something like that if you want it to taste differently. So feel free to go ahead and play with it more than just sweetener.
Yeah.
So you might like making a different combination.
Risa says, I got an email. You need to reply to that email if you have a question.
Oh, yes.
Where it's talking about the chocolate Keto Chow. All of the information that we have is in that email.
We put it in there.
So it just tasted differently. So like it says in that email, we identified an issue with the flavor. That's actually all I'm going to talk about that. So Debbie says, good morning, everyone. Hope you're feeling better. Miriam and Chris.
Thank you, Debbie.
Okay, here's a fun thing.
Okay.
I lost 3 pounds last week.
I also lost 3 pounds last week.
Sitting around, not doing anything.
Nothing.
I think it's from relaxing and chilling out.
I think so too. And I've only been sick twice in the last like 4 years.
Yeah.
And both times it was pretty bad. This time wasn't as bad as the first time, but man, it was also at times when I was stressed out. And so I think if I wasn't stressed out, I probably wouldn't have caught whatever it was that came around.
Mandatory relaxation.
Stop stressing out all the freaking time.
Yeah. Anyway, Cynthia says whipped cottage cheese and Keto Chow thoughts. I've never tried that before.
Do it.
Cottage cheese.
That sounds good.
Wow. Jackie says 90 days to the cruise. I got to my cruise goal pants this past week. 10 pounds off goal, but I'll take the pants. I need to get Blueberry to celebrate. There you go.
You should. That'd be awesome.
Suzanne says, just got here. I'm so done with winter. Another 8 inches on my car.
Oh,
Actually,
I'm
this morning was great because I have to pull my car forward so that Max can access the snowblower. And so I did that this morning and reminded him that, Max, that is your responsibility.
Yes.
He doesn't have to wash the kitchen counter or take out the garbage because he agreed to snow mow or something
Snow mow
like that.
and blow. So he's
Shovel,
in charge
mow,
of
and blow.
mowing the lawn and shoveling.
Yes.
No matter how much snow there is. So
And he
this morning
did it.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, he went out there with the snowblower and I actually almost screen captured the Ring camera and said, "This is my day."
I did
It's the
actually.
best day ever.
I did the sidewalks for him because I don't think he
you're nice.
realizes that legally we're required to clear those.
Well, maybe we should just tell him.
Yeah.
Because he's doing. The thing is about
Hey,
Utah
baby steps to the
here,
car, man.
right? A lot of times, by the time you get home from work, it's melted.
That's true. But
So-
if you clear them off, they'll definitely be melted.
I know, but it's difficult sometimes to do unnecessary work if it's not going to be needed. But
Yeah.
definitely do the driveway because we have a north-facing house, and so.
No, we
it
have a
doesn't-
north-facing
That's what I
driveway.
meant. North-facing driveway, and
That's an
so it
important
doesn't
distinction.
melt in that section as easily. So no matter what, you always have to do the driveway.
I swore we
So
would never
he
get
did
a
what-
north-facing house,
Yeah.
and stupidly neglected to realize
did
the
what was
driveway
necessary.
was north-facing.
But it's better than our old house. Sorry. We lived on this like steep driveway.
They can't see this. They can see that.
Why'd you make me cough? We lived in this house with this super steep driveway.
Yeah.
That was you had
Yeah.
to shovel or you couldn't get up
Yeah,
there.
it had to be dry or else
So you
it
can
couldn't
drive on the snow in our driveway now.
Laura says,
I'm so sorry.
I got sick today to celebrate my first keto anniversary. Listening to you guys, 2KK making a bunch of creamies up, Keto Chow blueberry muffin tops, just having me and a keto day.
Hey. All right,
And
take
also,
a break.
Storm Chasing
Gotta
Gal is
take a
getting the
break
first My
sometimes.
Chow. Did you see that Southern Keto Christy did an unboxing of the My
I
Chow
did.
surprise
I
box?
saw that.
And she said, wait a minute, when did you guys come out with
love her.
core?
I love her so much.
I bet she says, I've been making Keto Chow creamies with chocolate peanut butter and salted caramel. It's the best combo.
I'm sorry, I just have a little
You
tickle
got
in my throat.
Just cover up your microphone next time.
It makes me choke myself.
Eddie says, what type of powdered gelatin and where did you get it? Well, I just got
I'll be
some
better later, I
on
promise.
Amazon. I got
Yeah,
the cheapest
yeah.
beef
gelatin.
I could
You
find.
can use pork gelatin too.
You can.
Just use what you have.
RJ says it was a wonderful video. Looks like you had a great time.
Thank you. Yeah, we did.
Carrie says, Miriam, if you have a blanket, you can cover up the beef
Yeah,
powder. You
cover it up with a blanket. Speaking of Denver, I was out of it when you did the recap from Denver. Did you talk about anything?
No,
Okay. So we had a great time,
we did.
and we weren't sick until we got home.
Yeah, it was
So-
on the way home that we got sick.
Yeah, it was sad. But yeah, we had such a great time. We got to visit with so many people, and we really enjoyed ourselves. And I wanted to show you this. This is, I'm sure you guys, oh, invisibleness. It's green, so you can't
Filters.
see it.
There you go.
Okay, so this is Rosette's. Now, this is Dr. Tro's wife's company.
Or is Dr. Tro her husband?
That's true. If you have heard of Dr. Tro, that's a person.
Yes.
And if you haven't heard of Rosette, that's also a person, and they happen to be
They're
married.
in New York.
They're in New York, and we
Palisades, New
actually
York. Okay.
heard of her the first time Holly went to Keto Fest last year.
Yep.
But I got to meet her in person. She's so cute, adorable. So I bought this. I'm excited about it. I got to taste them too. It's pistachio shortbread cookies. But what she suggested, which I'm doing today, I was going to do it yesterday, but I ran out of day, is making these shortbread cookies and then just putting them on a cookie or a pan, and then doing our Keto Chow pistachio fluff recipe on top.
Nice.
So I'm going to do that today. I'll probably post a picture, but I'm super excited about it because that sounds so yummy. And these were really good. So I was happy to have something fun that I got from the show.
Carrie Brown has to go help Mr. McHenry pack his bag.
Oh,
See you from the road tomorrow. Let's see. Linda says, "I'm glad I don't have to deal with the daylight change here in Arizona." That's right. And Pat says the gelatin made all the difference for me.
Yeah, it really does help. It really does.
Shauna says, "I got a jury notice this month too." Our daughter, who is currently living in
no, Mike said that too, Shauna. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Mike said that, yeah. But our daughter, who's currently living in Canada, got a jury summons, and we're like, she is out of the country.
Yeah, sorry. She left.
Yeah, RJ says, the best way to lose weight, mandatory relaxing.
Relaxing.
Cindy says, I have added a teaspoon of cocoa powder and 2 tablespoons of allulose to cookies and cream. Nice. Teresa says, I wish the blueberry pie did not have the coloring. Any chance you can discuss dyes or colorings? We have a page on our website where we do those.
Do you want to describe that page and throw it in the chat?
Well, it actually hasn't been updated with the blueberry pie. We added the blueberry pie because it materially adds to the experience. If you don't like dyes or coloring, and we're using such a small amount, if that's not for you, that is okay. The blueberry pie is probably not for you then. But I tend to err on the side of not using any whenever possible.
Most of the time we
But with the blueberry pie, that was one where we were going to get significant people upset that it wasn't blue.
Yeah.
So for instance, you notice the red and black licorice.
Yeah, they were not.
Those we didn't add coloring to.
Because we don't want to make something black. Ew.
Yeah, and the red we were going to have to use crazy dyes. With this, we were using such an infinitesimal amount.
Red, I think, is the hardest.
And it was, that's why we added it. So that's why it's in there.
So I'm sorry, but thank you for bringing that up, Teresa. We appreciate it.
Betsy says, I added RCC Keto Chow flavored yogurt to my sugar-free raspberry jello. Nice. So yummy. Jackie says, you say raspberry baby steps, and I think Dave Ramsey. I think of baby steps to the car.
Baby steps to the car. Yeah.
What about Bob? Yeah. Jessica says, good morning. Timeless Jewelry by Deborah says, we've only gotten 4 inches of snow here in the western suburbs of Chicago this year.
That's awesome.
We have gotten so much. And Risa says it doesn't say what the issue was, just a flavor issue. That's what the issue was.
Yeah, that was it.
It tasted
It wasn't
wrong.
bad. It just tasted funny.
Becky says that that's just as bad as having a west-facing house in South Florida. There you go. The sun comes in the house during the hottest. This must be such an inconvenient sitting room. It faces full west.
Yeah. In the evening.
Brenda says electric out this weekend. Creamy chicken soup and butter saved me. Wow. Lynn says a contestant on Let's Make a Deal was asked for a pancake or waffle mix, and she brought out Keto Chow. Are you serious?
Sweet. You should send us that, Lynn.
I would love to see that, actually.
I would love to see that, too.
Holly says, I got a jury notice this month also active, and we will be at KetoCon.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. I still have never had the opportunity to serve on jury duty.
Yes.
I've gotten the things, and they've excused me every time.
I've gotten called twice, and both times I was nursing, which, yes, my kids take bottles, and I could have done it. It would have been fine. But nursing is so much more enjoyable when you don't have to pump.
Brenda says, my fridge being out, will that affect my Keto Chow? Once mixed, treat Keto Chow like milk.
Yeah, so if your fridge is out, if it's cold in there and you can keep it closed, it might be okay. If everything gets warm in there, I'd throw it out too.
Or if it's really cold outside, and
I'm so sorry.
Like for instance, right now it's below freezing. So in the trunk of my car is a bunch of bacon that Steve and Holly put, and it's just going to hang out in the trunk of the car because it's below freezing.
Because it's a freezer outside.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Let's see.
I mean,
Risa says,
It's
I
a
made
fridge outside.
chaffles with blueberry pie, posted pictures on different Facebook groups. Everyone thought I was showing rotten food. I had to explain that it was
that's
blueberry pie.
sad.
One of Miriam's favorite ones to do is the pistachio, the green
It's so
pistachio chaffles.
Yeah.
Just look funny.
Yeah,
Mike says the blue is pretty, and it's cool how it changes magically to beautiful purple when you add the liquid.
right.
Becky says, how dare you mock me?
Sorry, Becky.
Timeless Jewelry by Deborah says, I'm doing a 60-day Keto Chow challenge 2 times
Woo,
a day.
woo, woo. And hopefully eating some protein at that other time of day.
Yeah, 2 Keto Chow, just step back. 2 Keto Chows a day, as all of your food, if that's the only thing you're eating, would not be sufficient protein and vitamins and minerals, because Keto Chow is designed to give you a third of your daily nutrients in each one. So you could do 2 a day with other food, and that is great.
So great.
Just please don't only eat 2 Keto Chows a day for 60 days. You will end up with vitamin and mineral deficiencies.
Right.
Carol says, now I'm on YouTube in my kitchen, Facebook in the office. Awesome.
Yay.
Because I was taking care of my ketos each time I got summoned, only once dismissed.
Ah.
And Carrie says, I have a cool car with bacon in it. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
Brenda says, only open powder bags of Keto Chow in the fridge. Okay.
Oh, then you're fine.
Yeah, that would be fine. But yeah,
Totally fine.
And it's so funny when people are like, what about this, what about this, what about this, as far as, once Keto Chow is mixed up, it's like, no, just treat it like milk. They're like, well, what if I don't add heavy cream to it? It's like, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
If you've ever left a blender bottle full of protein, like regular protein drink in a car, it doesn't care if there's fat in it or not. The bacteria is going to eat the protein, and it's going to make it smell terrible if you leave it out.
Yep.
So, yeah, just treat Keto Chow like milk once it's mixed up.
Yep. And the something that has been really pressing on my mind over the last couple of conferences and the last things that we've done is that we need to experiment on ourselves to figure out what works well for us, and just try not to, like, what is it Rachel says, yuck other people's yums.
Yeah.
Because I can have eggs. I can have, heavy cream, and it doesn't bother me that much. But I completely understand if it does bother you. And
Hard-boiled eggs, Shauna. Ah!
Yes. Well, and like my son, he gets sick when he eats eggs.
Just eggs.
Just eggs by themselves. He can eat them in things.
He can have chaffles just fine.
We know he's not allergic to completely eggs, but for some reason when he eats them all by themselves, he gets sick. So we're working on, trying to figure that out, but that's a him problem, right?
Yep.
And I have a me problem, and you have a you problem.
Oh, I've got so many problems.
And so I think I've just been so, it's been so pressed upon my mind that we need to keep experimenting until we can figure out what works for us, and try to be happy in the journey. Try to be good, being happy in the moment you're in the body you're in right now. Because who's to say if you lose the weight, you're going to like your body anyway? Because I know when I've lost weight, I haven't liked my body anyway.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out how to be nice to me now, and then I can be nice to me then, and I can be nice to myself when I'm 90 years old, right? Because I'm going to have a different body then too.
You don't have to wait until then to be nice to yourself. Yeah. It was interesting this morning. We only caught the end of the live stream that Joe and Rachel were doing.
Yeah.
But Rachel was saying, if you're doing if you're going to be doing a challenge, don't eat up until then.
Right.
And then weigh in.
And we've done that before too.
I have done that.
Like I've totally done that. Or I know I'm going to do like a weigh-in before my challenge, and I totally binge like that day.
Or it's like, I'm going to start after Christmas. It's like, why don't you start now?
Yeah.
And set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but it's interesting how we have to, try to talk ourselves out of doing the things that come so naturally to us, which is those sorts of things.
Kathy says I get sick on raw or lightly cooked eggs, like over easy.
Yeah.
I can eat them scrambled or hard boiled and no issues.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Jessica likes your earrings, not to change the subject.
Oh, thank you.
And Deborah says, protein too and lots of minerals.
Yeah.
Sean says I don't like I don't like the deviled eggs. Yeah. Or I don't like the devil's eggs. He can keep his own eggs.
I like deviled eggs. Deviled eggs.
Well, we actually
tune in tonight.
Tune in tonight.
Yeah.
So 9:15 p.m. Eastern, which is 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. But I already scheduled it. If you go on our YouTube page,
Yeah.
you'll see that it's already there, and it tells you when it's going to be in your time zone. So, but we're going to get off. We actually might be able to do that meeting that she tried to schedule for this morning. We might be able to do it
other
right
people
now.
are not ready for it.
That's probably true. Well, anyway.
Are you guys ready for that meeting?
Are you ready for this?
Betsy
Betsy says, why are they called deviled eggs? Deviling is a way of preparing them just like Frenched fries. It's a way of cutting them up. It's French cut.
Right. And who was it? Oh, I can't remember her name. The lady that's Indigo Neely's friend that I just all of a sudden can't remember her name right this second.
No.
No, you can't either. She fried them. She took and cut her eggs in half and just fried them in the frying pan.
Why did that go out of my brain?
I want to eat those that way. I've never thought about doing that with deviled eggs.
Oh my gosh.
We know who it is. I know her name.
Lisa Murphy.
Lisa Murphy.
Thank you.
Is it Lisa?
It's Lindsay Murphy.
Yeah, so she did a video. Well, we were watching a video. I don't know when it came out. But she had taken her cut up boiled eggs and just
fried the edges.
Like,
I thought that was
delicious.
fantastic. I gave you fried eggs for breakfast yesterday, and you were happy.
I thought that was
And by
delicious
breakfast,
too.
I mean lunch.
Whatever it was delicious.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It was the best thing ever.
Well, we're going to go. See y'all later, and we'll catch you tonight.
Bye.
Bye.